Belfast Marchardo upgrade. The extensive upgrade between Belfast and Marchardo Dorp is moving along effectively and is 50% complete. The 400 million rand project is being undertaken by TRAC, which is a concessionaire of the South African National Roads Agency Limited, SANRAL. It includes the construction of an interchange as well as the rehabilitation of 30 kilometers of Section 5B. The road in this area will also be upgraded to a 4-lane carriageway. Roadworks have been rescheduled for completion in May 2022.
A concession contract is very specific in terms of the duties and the responsibilities of the various parties. You have what is called the implementing agent, which is typically us as government, and then you have the concessionaire, who is then responsible, as I indicated, for securing the funding and do the work. The concession is very specific in terms of when what needs to be done on the road, to what level of standard it needs to be delivered. So the concession guarantees the investment along the lifetime of the asset, in this instance the road, over a 30-year period. So the improvements that you are seeing happening today is actually written up from day one in the concession agreement. And there are various technical criteria that when triggered, it has to be implemented.
Well, obviously when we spent, as I've said, about 1.4 billion rand, and that's all in the Mpumalanga province, that has a direct injection into the economy. There's obviously a focus to buy as much materials locally and then to employ people locally, and also, apart from labor, also SMME contractors. So there's a lot of this money that flows directly back into the economies of the local towns as well as the province itself. The section between Belfast and Marchardo Dorp, on that section we are upgrading the existing 2-lane road to a 4-lane road. So it's an undivided 4-lane road, and it will substantially improve traffic flow over that section as well as road safety. Belfast project has quite an interesting history. It actually started in 2018. That was, let's say, the first time that we've tried to commence with that project. But due to some community unrest related to the project and different business forums that wanted to get involved in the project, it resulted in unsafe conditions on the site for the staff there, and as a result the project couldn't continue. So the works was then stopped completely and the contractor left site. And then after an agreement was signed between TRAC, SANRAL and the local authority, the project recommenced in 2019. I think the highlight on that project is that, and it also flowed from the agreement reached, is the way in which the contractor there managed through a lot of effort from his side to involve the local community and to address, a situation that was quite difficult to manage.
My involvement when I came through was basically to understand the dynamics. I mean, having worked with the different communities, I've got a better understanding on how the community approaches the projects, so especially if it's government projects. My name is William Mahovia. I'm the senior site agent for WBHO, and I've been at it for the last 17 years or so. Then in terms of the road itself, so we're basically widening the road to make it a dual carriage from Belfast up until the toll gate. Then on the eastbound of the road, so there we're only going to be doing a rehab. So it's a combination of new roads that has been built and a rehab section. So I think in terms of economy, it has impacted quite well. 70% of the workforce is from the Emakazin. So which means although the skill set, it's very minimal within the area, but we were able to sort of bring in the guys from Gauteng and fuse them with the locals to pass on the skills. So the project was awarded for 520 million. So the local spent, to date we've spent about 124 million rand with a revenue end of about 334 million. So there were no limitations on this project. So we said whatever that we can give to the SMMEs, to the business around the area, we had done so.